Today I'm taking a humble ingredient and making it into something that is rich, hearty, and flavorful. These pinto beans will have you going back for seconds before you even finish that first bowl. First thing we're gonna need is a whole onion. You're gonna wanna dice it. I love pinto beans. I prefer to always make my own pinto beans and freeze them up. I very rarely buy canned pinto beans. I will in a pinch, but quite honestly, mine are so much better than anything you can buy in the store. You want to use one whole yellow onion. You get it diced up, and then you're going to throw that directly into your crock pot. And whoever invented these slow cooker liners should be given an award. And add your onions. And we're gonna add 3 cloves of garlic, more if you prefer. I'm making a pound of beans, and I previously rinsed and soaked overnight my beans. They get some good and tender and ready to cook. I'm throwing our garlic into the crock pot. Okay, so next we're using a whole bunch of cilantro. Now I wanna teach you a cool trick I just learned. So I knew I was gonna be making this recipe, but I bought the cilantro a few days ahead, and I didn't want it to wilt. So I was taught, you cut the stems, and you put it in an inch of water in the refrigerator, and then put a plastic bag over it. And this is 3 days old. So I thought that was a pretty cool trick. Anyway, this is all going in the crock pot, stems and all. If you are not a fan of cilantro, I know you're out there, don't put it in. So this is going on our crock pot. At the time of this video, I could not get my hands on a ham hock, which is a smoked chunk of pork that's been smoked and cured, and it's amazing. But in a pinch, here's what I do. I collect, over time, the ends off of bacon. Sometimes you get a package of bacon. For those of you who have your groceries delivered at home, sometimes you don't get the luxury of picking your own bacon. And so what I do is I trim the fatty ends off, and I throw them in the freezer, and for just this purpose, and I put it in my beans. So in the crock pot it goes. And this just adds a wonderful flavor, and it actually cooks down pretty much and won't even be noticeable. But we're gonna add this in. And after it's cooked for 8 to 10 hours in the crock pot, if you have any that is residual in your beans that you don't want served, you can certainly take it out, right? But it adds amazing flavor. So that's going in. All right, and on to spices. All right, before we add the star ingredient to the crock pot, we need to add our broth. I prefer Knorr bouillon. Each one of these cubes makes 2 cups of broth. We're going to need 4 to 6 cups. This is 2 cups of water. And what I do is I usually like to make my broth strong. So I'm gonna add all 3 into the 2 cups of water that I have, let it dissolve, put that in the crock pot. And then once my beans are in the crock pot, then I will continue to add water to the already concentrated broth just above, about an inch above the beans. So we'll cover that again in a minute, but let's make our broth. So again, this was already boiling previously, so it's pretty hot. And I prefer the Knorr brand over store brand. It just seems to be less salty. I've tried them all, and I keep coming back to this brand. So Knorr, how do you say it? How would you say it? What all do you use your pinto beans in? I like to use them as a side dish for entrees. I make the most amazing tostadas. We're gonna do that one day here on the channel. They're a lot of work, but it is so worth it. But you can make your own refried beans. There's just so much you can do with pinto beans. Use them in a soup, breakfast tacos. OMG, so good. All right, that's looking pretty good. I don't think we have any chunks in there. So I'm gonna put this in the crock pot, and then we're moving on to putting the beans in and the seasonings. Okay, we have our pinto beans. These have been double rinsed. So I rinse them, get all the dirt off of them. They soak overnight in some salty water, and then I rinse them again, and then you keep them in water until you're ready to cook. So they're hydrated and ready to go. That's 1 pound and going in our crock pot. Okay, so the most important ingredients in our pot so far are our onion, our pinto beans, our smoked pork if you don't mind eating pork, or some sort of smoked meat, or if you're vegan, scratch that. Add a little bit more paprika, which we're gonna cover in a minute. But all of this lends to some really goodness. And please, by all means, use a broth instead of water, and it elevates your beans. So if you are from Texas, or you have connections in Texas, if you can get this green ancho chili powder, I highly recommend it. If you can't, if you have a central market in your area, I think they're Texas centric, so I'm not sure on that. But if you can get a hold of some quality green ancho chili powder, I highly recommend it. Love this stuff. So I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of that. Sounds like a lot, but when it comes to pinto beans, I don't measure when I usually make this, but so that's 1, 2, oops, okay, 3.5. If you're not a fan of cumin, don't add it, but I do add cumin. We're gonna do a tablespoon. And keep all your seasonings that you put inside your pinto beans handy, because once they've cooked for 8 to 10 hours, you're gonna come back and do a taste test and go, it needs a little bit more of this or a little bit of that. And go easy on the salt. It's easy to overdo that, but it can ruin a good pot of beans. Okay, I used up all my jalapenos making a jalapeno cheese bacon sourdough. Check out the video on that. So we're gonna put in some red pepper flakes. That's probably about a teaspoon. My mom used to throw in a can of Rotel tomatoes. I've seen people throw in a can of diced tomatoes, depending on, which way you're leaning. We're going to put a teaspoon of paprika, smoky paprika in there. And we're gonna do a tablespoon of real standard chili powder like you would put in chili, okay? So last but not least, about a teaspoon of salt. Better to add more later if needed, and a teaspoon of powder. So we're gonna stir all that up. And now we're just gonna cover them with water, about 1 inch. So we're now at 4 cups of water, and I'm gonna get a little bit more and put in there. Actually used about 5 1/4 cups. Now I'm gonna put the crock pot on low and let them cook overnight for 8 to 10 hours. All right, that's my take on homemade pinto beans. So much better than store-bought. Pinto beans are a wonderful plant-based protein, and these little legumes can hold their own next to most proteins and can be used in anything from breakfast tacos to main dishes like chili for dinner. If you give these a try, please drop me a note. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more future recipes, and we'll see you on the next one.